Next rule, mindfully challenge your comfort level. Right now, I'm sitting in a far infrared sauna. I've been here approximately 24 minutes. When I started, the temperature was 113 degrees Fahrenheit, and now the temperature is 126 degrees Fahrenheit. There are two very important parts of a healthy life. There's healthy stress and challenge, and there's deep rest and relaxation. And you need both. It's really a state of balance between the two. No matter what your age, you have to challenge your comfort, your familiar level of comfort. Actually, especially as you age. Because the older you get, the comfort zone, after you reach your peak performance, which is in your early 20s, your comfort zone starts to shrink as your bodily capacity starts to shrink. Then the only thing that increases it is you challenging your comfort zone. Now, this doesn't just apply to health. This applies to everything in life. So, if you never challenge yourself emotionally, then you're going to hit wherever you stop challenging yourself emotionally. That's where you're going to stop expanding and becoming something and revert into what you were and actually begin to degrade. So there's a wonderful saying that you're either being born or you're dying. You're either evolving or you're devolving. You're either growing or you're dying back. There's no in between. There's no such thing as a homeostasis. We can't see when we feel like we're in the same zone and we're pretty much staying the same. That's not accurate. When you feel like you're staying the same, what's actually happening is that you're degrading. You're actually getting worse. We've all heard the saying like, oh, it's so much harder to get back into shape the older you get, or to get back on a diet once you've fallen off of it. And that is simply a reflection of this idea that where we think that we're kind of staying the same, we're actually degrading. So if you're not challenging yourself, then you are shrinking. You have to challenge yourself. I mean, you don't have to, but whatever area that you want to grow in, whether it's in health, in vitality, in emotional capacity, in mental ability, whatever that area is, you have to challenge your comfort zone, that place that feels comfortable, in order to grow. And really, here's the rub about that, is you have to challenge your comfort zone in order to stay the same. So you're not necessarily going to grow anymore, but if you're not challenging your comfort zone, the one thing that's certain is that you're going to devolve, not evolve. It's 129 degrees. I'm feeling pretty uncomfortable. I'm definitely at my edge. My heartbeat is elevated. Sweating pretty good. I also took some niacin, which is making my skin flushing toxins out of my blood vessels, which is uncomfortable. But after I'm done, then I will be better, more physically capable, more healthy. So this may all seem a little bit simple. Why am I making a video about it? Why I'm making a video about it is because I think humans have a tendency to think that they need some new complex information in order to get whatever help they need, but you really don't. What you need is to stay true to a few basic practices, and those few basic practices will get you the rest of everything that you need. So if you follow the other rules, and then you follow this rule of challenging your comfort zone, this particular rule feeds everything. But challenging it in a particular way, in a mindful way. Now, mindfulness is a word that's thrown around a lot these days. It's become too popular. Whenever a word becomes very popular, it loses its potency. It loses its true meaning. So let me just tell you what mindfulness means. So mindfulness is really paying attention So taking that incredibly valuable commodity called your attention and paying it into something that's not very sexy. It's not very interesting. It's not very compelling. In meditation, you pay attention to your breath. And that creates a sense of mindfulness in your own body. And the breath is such a great tool because your emotions control your breath. So if you get angry, your breath speeds up and shallows. If you get relaxed, your breath deepens and slows. So mindfully challenging your comfort zone really means paying attention to the discomfort. I just got to take a pause for a moment because that was a big wave of nausea that just came through me. And I'm getting pretty close to my edge of what I can do that's actually healthy for me. If I go too much farther, I'll be verging on overdoing. So the point that I'm trying to make as I'm hitting my limit is to gently increase the amount that you challenge yourself. So you don't go to the gym and try to bench press 350 pounds. You start with where you're at and try to do 10 clean reps. You never work yourself to failure without someone who's spotting you. Again, another big wave of nausea. I might have to stop this video right now. I'm going to lay down for a second and relax. So I'm back. I just put my head down on the floor for a few minutes and I'm feeling pretty wiped out. So I think I'm going to call it quits for now. So this is a great example of how to mindfully challenge your comfort zone. I wasn't feeling well. I hadn't been challenging my comfort zone that much. So I'm taking a hot sauna with the things that I know that are good for me. Niacin, vitamin C, lots of fluids. And then I reached a threshold. I've been mindfully, again, the videos are distracting me a little bit, but I try to stop and take a few breaths to get back in my body. And when I get back in my body, I realize that I'm really at the edge. And here's the big kicker. This is the thing I want you to take away from it. There's two things. You have to challenge your comfort zone, but you have to watch out for when you're not meeting your own expectation. I have an expectation of myself that I can take more than this, but I can't right now. I mean, I can, but I run the risk of doing damage. So instead of damaging myself by going too far, I'm going to accept that I challenged myself beyond my comfort zone. I've been uncomfortable for probably 10 minutes. That's enough. I don't have to go for 30 or 40 minutes or until I pass out or until they call the paramedics. That's enough. So now I'm going to end the video, and I think that's really a good example of how to approach challenging your comfort zone. Challenge it, be mindful, pay attention to it, but don't push past, don't listen to your own expectation of yourself being somewhere that you're not. That's how all old people injure themselves, and young people too, not all. I mean, let me just say, that's probably how the vast majority of people who were once in good shape and are no longer in good shape injure themselves. They go back to whatever they used to do with the expectation that they're going to be able to do it like they used to, and then they injure themselves or injure someone else. So challenge your comfort zone, practice being mindful, take breaths, be aware of the body sensations, even if you're doing something emotional. Go out, talk to somebody new that's a little uncomfortable, or something mental, try to work on a problem that's been difficult for you, but don't judge your progress. You see the judgment in your head. It's always in there. Notice it, let it go, accept that you've gotten as far as was good for you today. And then you're going to keep refining that edge of your healthy edge of your comfort zone, and you will expand in whatever way you challenge it. And it doesn't. And the other thing is you got to watch out for a mental recoil. I had a really bad. I was challenging myself emotionally so much all the time that I gave up and went super internal and, went backwards a lot. But that was because I was trying to become something that I wasn't. And I was so fixated on the image in my mind, who I wanted to be, that I couldn't just let myself have progress. I let my image of myself be the enemy of my progress of getting there. So don't do that. Don't let the image of yourself be the enemy of your own progress. See it and feel that gap is going to always feel painful. Feel that gap and then know that you did awesome simply by moving in that direction. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe and have a great day.